Good afternoon. Renee Rakestraw, Assistant Director for Cultural and Community Services. Today I bring forth the staff report to eliminate library overdue fines. The recommendation before you this evening is that the Community Services, Public Safety, Housing, and Development Committee recommend that City Council approve and authorize the mayor to eliminate overdue fines for all library materials, waive existing overdue fines owed by Oxnard Public Library patrons, which as of March 15th, 2022, is $187,212. And lastly, authorize the city manager or designee to refund all fines collected during COVID-19. Some background on this item. Library fines for overdue books have been a long-standing practice in libraries in the United States. Nationwide, 97.5% of public libraries currently collect fines. However, in recent years, the move to fine-free environments has gathered significant momentum. The most important benefit placed on fines is as a tool to ensure library items, especially the most popular and recently published books, are returned and available for the next user, to avoid the high cost of material replacement, ordering, and processing, recirculate popular items in a timely manner, and lastly, to use limited funds to purchase new items instead of repurchasing unreturned or late items. Currently, 4 of the 7 library systems in Ventura County have eliminated fines. 3, Camarillo, Moorpark, and Oxnard, are considering eliminating fines at this time. Nationwide, libraries are collecting less fines over the last several years, primarily due to more materials being available in an e-format with the automatic return date. Therefore, fines are not accrued. Overdue fines are set by library policy and city council approval. Fines are 20 cents per day per item with a $10 maximum. Fines for overdue DVDs are $1 per day with a $10 max. When a library patron owes more than $10 in fines or fees, his or her account is prevented from checking out additional materials until their fines and fees are paid down under $10 per library policy. At this time, of the almost 90,000 patrons, 26,655 patron accounts are blocked due to overdue fines. Of these, 5,777 are children accounts, which are blocked, or 6% of the overall patronage. Fines collected have ranged from a low of $30,000 to a high of nearly $100,000 per year. In the last 11 years, fines and fee revenues have steadily decreased by approximately 13% per year. There will continue to be a downward trend as libraries move towards more electronic materials that are already fine-free. It's important to distinguish between fines and fees. Overdue fines are the daily charges applied to items not returned by their specific due date and are the subject of this proposal. Lost item fees represent the charges applied to lost, damaged, or unreturned materials and would remain in place after overdue fine elimination. If an overdue item is lost or unreturned after 60 days, patrons are billed a processing fee of $7.50, in addition to the actual cost of the item. The library is proposing to eliminate overdue fines, not lost or processing fees. The current notification to patrons is as follows. When patrons check out materials, they receive a receipt which includes the due date for each piece of material. When patrons interact with circulation staff by phone or in person, staff review all account due dates. The Oxnard Public Library integrated library system automatically sends out an email reminder to patrons 3 days prior to a library item coming due. The email includes a renewal button that patrons can click to renew their materials to avoid fines. The library then again notifies the patron at 30 days past due. At this time, the account is billed for the item and prevents any further checkouts. Patrons may check the status of their account 24/7 via the online catalog. This slide shows various receipts provided to the patron, which indicate the overdue amount and due date. If council takes the recommended action, the above process will change in the following ways. Patrons will continue to be held accountable to return materials and will receive friendly notices reminding them of their due dates 3 days prior to the item being due, with a final notice sent 30 days past the due date. At that time, the patron's card will be blocked until an item is returned or replaced. Any items that have a waiting list will need to be returned without renewal. Fees for replacement of lost or damaged materials will continue to be charged. Patrons will continue to be ineligible to check out additional material if outstanding balances exceed the $10 policy threshold. However, when the material is returned, the fines will be eliminated and the hold for these items will be released. Financial impact. A few items. First, pre-COVID, the library averaged approximately $63,000 per fiscal year in late fines. The balance of the fines as of March 15, 2022 is $187,212. And lastly, in Oxnard, this revenue is decreasing every fiscal year by approximately 13%. Questions?